Good morning, children. In last video we discussed about sectors of Indian economy and their problems and solutions for their problems. Now there is one more division of sectors of economy according to the organized and unorganized. These are the also further division of according to economic activities. Organized sector and unorganized sector. So what is organized sector? First of all, we will take organized sector. In organized sector, it covers those companies, enterprises and businesses where they have to follow some rules and regulations implemented by the government for the working in these sectors. So in organized sector, the owners have to follow these rules and procedures strictly. For example, if any company started their business, a new business, they have to first register the name of the company and all details about their company with the government. Under Companies Act or Partnership Act, they have to register their business. Some other acts also there, Factories Act, Minimum Wage Rate Act, etc. for these companies. So in this sector, it has some formal processes and procedures which they have to follow. For example, when a person starts his own business, they have to register, that I told you earlier. In this sector, in organized sector, workers have the security of their employment, of their job. They have their job security because they are working in an organized sector where their job is secure for 1 year, for 5 years. Sometimes they have to sign any agreement for when they start a new job. When people get a new job, they have to sign an agreement with the company. Their working hours are fixed and their salary is also fixed for per month salary. They also have availing some other facilities also. They are getting some other facilities also, like overtime charges. If any worker works more than their working hours, prescribed working hours, then they have to be paid overtime. Their employer have to be paid overtime to these workers. They are also enjoying some other benefits also, like medical health benefits, house rent allowances. House rent allowances means they are given some amount for paying the rent of their houses. They have paid leaves. If they are taking leave from their work, they are also paid leaves. Provident fund, gratuity, all these comes under organized sector. And in unorganized sector, on the other hand, there is second one is unorganized sector, in which sector there is no security of job for the workers. They can be kicked out by their employer at any time when they didn't need their job. Their working hours are not fixed, their working conditions are not good, like in organized sector. Sometimes they get work and sometimes they don't get any work for the whole day. Workers like masons, barbers, cobbler, you may see rag pickers, shop, fruit vendors, vegetable vendors, all these comes under the category of unorganized sector. Their working hours are not fixed, their salary is not fixed, they don't have any other facility, don't enjoy any other facility which are given by the in organized sector. Okay, and there are no rules and regulations for these people. They don't have to follow any rules and regulations like in organized sector. So this is the open sector of working. Now there is third type of classification of sectors of economy, that is basis on the in the terms of ownership, on the basis of ownership. This is the last classification of sectors of economy, that is public and private sector. Public sector is government sector and private sector is totally private, the companies or enterprises which are owned and run by the private people. These doesn't come under public sector. So first we take public sector. In public sector, the government owns most of the assets and provide all the services. Government is the main head in public sector, and all the assets of the enterprise, or more, or we can say most of the assets or shares of the enterprise are owned and governed by the government, and the service provided by these companies are also by the government. Companies like railways and postal department, all these comes under public sector. And in the private sector, just reverse, ownership of assets and delivery of services is in the hands of private individuals or companies. In private sector, all the assets and services provided by the private sector, like Tata Iron and Steel Company, it is a private company. Reliance is a private company. Jio is a private company. Okay, like MDH, Everest, all these companies are private ownerships. In public sector, the main objective, first in private sector, what is the main objective of private sector companies? Their main objective is to earn more and more profits. So what we are using in our day-to-day life, the products or the services which we are availing from private sector, we have to pay some higher prices for all these services or products. But in public sector, the main objective is not to earn more profit, from the people, but to provide services at better prices to the public. Government wants to provide services and to provide products at cheaper rates than the private sector for the benefit of the public. So this is the main division of sectors of economy. First is primary, secondary and tertiary sector. These are the main sectors of economy, and then organized and unorganized sectors, and this last one is private and public sectors. Hope you all understand this chapter very clearly, because it is very easy, and try to prepare from NCERT books, or you can see other videos also on YouTube. There are so many good videos relating to all these topics. You can also take help from those videos also. Children, best of luck for your exams.